looks like it might be part of that view I had yesterday. But it is the first view of the day. Let's see, 8:29. That's right, I got on trail before 7 today. Pretty much a miracle. Oh, so pretty. And I did see some sort of bird of prey. I don't know if it's an eagle or not, but it was absolutely glorious. I wish it would swoop by again, but oh well. Camera shy. All right, must move on. So this little guy was on my leg. I could feel it. And then I went to, get it off, and it looked eager to get off all by itself. It literally jumped off my leg. It landed on this rock where I decided to try spraying it with my tick repellent, and it looked all befuddled. It wandered around like in a circle at first, and a little of my tick repellent actually pooled, and it wandered right into the pool where it was upside down and looked like it was having a very tough time of things. Then it walked out of the puddle, and now I just wish I could be around long enough to see. I know you're not even seeing it anymore. It's because I can't bend down close enough, and I don't know where he is now. And I'm getting eaten by these black flies that don't seem to care. Anyway, I don't know where he went to, but I wish I could sit and watch and see what exactly became of him, but I fear I may have killed him just by spraying him. I could put him out of his suffering if I could find him again, but I am not. I'm going to wander on. Well, I don't know. It just makes me more and more and more hopeful for my stuff, that it's really working. Okay, off we go. Okay, gotta record this for all eternity. Caleb, Mama Savage. Oh, I don't know your trail name.
G-Man.
G-Man, Gravity, and Walkabout, and Blue Eyes, who provided all... Not Outback. I'm going to get it right. Who provided hot dogs and soda, and Swampfoot, Liftfoot, and Ponyboy drank all the beer. So, let it be known. Anyway, all right. Just wanted to...
Pop-Tart had his share.
Oh, and Pop-Tart had his share.
A couple for the road.
Okay. All right. Gonna have to...
These are going to be good at camp tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, that's okay. I didn't think anybody was
So when
coming
I
through.
catch up with them,
I was ready to leave.
You gotta take advantage of it when you can, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be here next Friday if you guys want to sit.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back. Yeah. You'll get a shuttle so we can come back. All right. All right. Well, I am going to be moving onward. Bye, guys. So this is Sherpa. I'm just meeting him formally, though I have seen him 1,000 times on trail. Said hi, talked about snakes, but never even exchanged names. Anyway, I stopped by Lookout Hostel because it was just like 3-minute walk off the trail to resupply, and it was locked, and I was so sad. And then Sherpa showed up, and guess who else? Say hello.
Hello.
And
Rummaging through the
hiker box, and of course, and then came to check out the resupply. Pretty good. I'll show you what I bought. But the best part I haven't even got to yet, right? So here's the resupply, here's the kitchen. I'm not gonna go through the whole place because I'm not staying here, but look it. So I heard these were amazing, so I have to try it. And then I got a chicken coconut curry. But look what they have. Oh my gosh, it's the ice cream from yesterday. I can't even. The ice cream from that bad farm. This is vanilla. Oops, you can't see because I'm too close. Vanilla, and look at vanilla and peanut butter. I can't even. I'm so happy. Oh, and some fuel because we needed that. Digging in. Beauty and the Beast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's the blaze. Woohoo. So I know you can't see elevation in pictures, and I was hoping you could see it in the video, but you can't. This literally goes straight up. This is like the last mile before the shelter. And I saw it coming from down below, and I thought, you gotta be kidding me. It's back. See, you could see where it was. It had disappeared for a little while. And then all of a sudden, it's back, and with a vengeance. Yes, I am now a believer in Rocksylvania. These rocks, you know, they just take time, careful foot placement, and force you to slow down. What I did before, that was terrifying, that was wholly different. There's more of this than of that, at least so far. Sigh. Hello from day 81 on the AT. 81 days in the wild. In the wild. But am I really? I'm starting to think that civilization is creeping a little bit more and more and more into my wilderness adventure every day. In the more southern states, I would say that was true. Getting, like stopping at a market that was 0.2 off the trail was kind of a rare thing, right? And now it's like, oh, there's one every other day, or almost every day. Today, we passed a bar and grill. It was literally, we could see it through the trees, except that it was closed until 4 o'clock and it was only 1. So, but we could have, if it had been tomorrow, we could have had lunch there. Yeah, I think I think civilization right now is very close to the AT. But anyway, nevertheless, I'm carrying a backpack and I'm living out of a tent. So I am still a mountain woman. Anyway, it was a great day. So I stayed at Eckville Shelter. Slept great. I slept great, but I woke up very early. At like 3:30, I had to use the little girls' room. And then I think I dozed off on and off. But at 5 o'clock, I was wide awake. So I'm like, why not? So got up, got my coffee, got my breakfast, had a wicked lazy day morning with that. And then because there wasn't all the things like, oh, no wet tent or mud everywhere or foot surgery. Yes, I took a corn out of the other foot the next day. Or, oh, heck, I don't know, all the things. Something that always makes me get a late start. None of that. Didn't have to filter water. Didn't have to dig a cat hole. None of that. Everything was like, I did have my tent up, so I did have to take that down. But it was so quick and easy. Guess what? I was on the trail before 7 o'clock. Okay, so it was 6:57, but it was before 7 o'clock. And the air was so clean, and it smelled so fresh, and there was no humidity in the air, and there was a light breeze. It was like the perfect temperature. The day started out so great. Even the terrain and the elevation was mild, and I did have I did have a climb right out of the gate, and it did make me very warm while I was climbing. It was a very steep climb, actually. I almost forgot about it. I think I blocked it out. No, I was thinking to myself, I love climbs in the morning when it's cold out, but I did get warm. But you know what? Then I fell right back into it. It was beautiful. And then, yeah, the Pennsylvania Rocksylvania rocks showed up en force. And you know what's so funny? A few days ago, I said to myself, at least we're not, because the rocks have been getting steadily worse for days now. And I said a few days ago, at least we're not climbing these rocks. And I think the rocks whispered back, oh, just you wait. because yesterday and today was awful. I mean, there was this one section, someone referred to it as the knife's edge. It was just that. I can't remember the last time that my mind was so hyper focused on only the task I was doing. Everything else in my head was quiet. I had to pay so much attention. I was so dialed in to what I was doing that I heard nothing else. The only thing that I heard was the clacking of poles because Walkabout was behind me. And we were concentrating so hard. No words. He just said something about, these are the real Rocksylvania. And I went, uh-huh. That was, it was that bad. But, and it wasn't because all the rocks were like slanted, so there was, where were you going to put your foot? Some were flat, but it was all foot placement was key. And then it turned into the usual rocks, just zillions upon zillions upon zillions upon zillions of rocks with no dirt between them. And then it was the rocks with the dirt between them. And then it became like just a regular path. And I went, oh, what is this stuff, mud? I preferred it, right? And then I thought, okay, that went on. I think we walked for, I don't know, a couple miles. We were like 2.5 miles from the shelter. And I'm thinking, oh, thank God it's behind us. And then it happened again. Straight up, all these rocks. And then when we came down, just all these rocks. And you know what? To add to it, right? I was talking to Sherpa today. I saw him at, I'll tell you in a minute. What was it? Lookout Hostel, right? And he's seen all these different snakes. And he says to me, it's because you don't know where to look. And I'm thinking, I'm just not paying attention. I cannot be... So, okay, a couple thoughts are going through my head. So now I'm in these rocks and I'm thinking, I gotta be watching out for poisonous snakes. He's seen rattlers and copperheads, and so has everybody else. I'm the only one who hasn't. So I'm thinking I'm just not seeing them, which made me think I'm not doing any more videos while I'm hiking in the rocks until we're out of rattlesnake or poisonous snake territory, because I'm not stepping on a copperhead and getting bit. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to start just making sure that I somehow get the wrap-ups, like, at night. But sometimes I just like to do them during the day because I got more time. But anyway, so that was, I am now, I said it in the video earlier, I am a believer in Rocksylvania. No more denying it. It's not easy. It stinks. They oh God, it just, you know what, they're not doable. You can do them. If you're thinking of planning a through hike, you can do them. They just slow your way down and take a lot of concentration, and you got to really watch your foot placement. I mean, I said to, so I'll tell you, okay, so we had some trail magic, this guy Blue Eyes, I'll tell you about that in a second. But I said something to him, I said, I'm not going to go fast. I mean, I'm not going to break my ankle. And he goes, well, that's good, because my father-in-law did, and he had to hike out 2 miles with a broken ankle on those rocks. I was like, oh my gosh, see? Anyway, so enough on the rocks. From what I understand, it only gets worse. Blue Eyes told me. So I'm having this super wonderful morning, pretty uneventful. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to be at that shelter in no time. And then, even better, I pass these 2 hikers. They go, hey, there's trail magic ahead. And I get there, and it's this guy, Blue Eyes, and he goes every Friday in June and July. I don't think he said August, June and July. Every Friday. And he serves sodas and beers and Gatorades and waters and hot dogs. And yeah, how cool is that? So I made a complete pig of myself. I had, and bananas and apples. I had a banana and 2 hot dogs and a water. And then all of a sudden, all the people started showing up, which you saw in the video. Anyway, he was really friendly, and he's hiked the Pennsylvania rocks a lot, so he was telling us all about that. But so then I was thinking, since we couldn't do that bar and grill because I knew they would be closed, I thought I'm going to hike to that hostel. I almost stayed there. My only intention of staying there tonight was to charge devices, which I was able to do last night. That was so awesome. So now I didn't have to stay in the hostel. And, but I knew they had some resupply items and stuff, and I needed fuel. I wanted coffee. They didn't have any coffee. They had Folgers in the hiker box, but I couldn't do it. Okay, so I like a really dark Colombian, rich, dark roast, and it just wasn't. So I got myself a fuel can. I bought 2 dinners. This now should hold me up to Delaware Gap. I don't think I'm going to have to stop in any of these towns, providing my battery life holds out. Okay, so now I'm thinking, wow, it was literally a 3-minute walk off the trail. So this is really going well, right? And then I saw Walkabout. Oh my God. So Walkabout shows up at the hostel because he wants to get some resupply. And while I'm there, I see Sherpa. Now, I've seen Sherpa on trail like so many times, but we never like formally said hello or exchanged names. He had to let me in because he was staying there and it was locked and nobody was there. So he actually was the one that let the 2 of us in to get our resupply. But then he says, oh, and if you're interested, there's ice cream in the freezer. I thought he meant like, Klondike bars or something. I opened the freezer and it's the same ice cream from yesterday. I'm not even kidding. It's that homemade, all natural, bad farm ice cream. So guess what? But they were just like little one-size cup things. Of course, I bought 2 of them. And I sat out, and you'll see the picture. I sat out. They had where that hostel is. It was an amazing view. So I sat and ate my ice cream with the amazing view. Oh my God, it was the peanut butter again. Oh my gosh, I had vanilla. She only had 1 peanut butter, so I had a vanilla and a peanut butter. Anyway, oh my gosh, that was like amazing. Okay, so now I'm thinking this day can't get any better, right? And I said to Walkabout, we should be there by 4:30, no problem. And then the rocks, and then the rocks, and then the rocks. No, I didn't. Well, we got here like 5:05. So it slowed us down, but not so awful. And then we get to the shelter. The shelter's very old. This is bake oven. I wanted to say easy bake oven knob shelter. It's very old. There's no privy. There's no bear box. There's no bear hang. So very primitive. But I wanted to pitch my tent, and right near the shelter, nothing good. So I'm like, this stinks. So I was going to actually just pitch my tent inside the shelter because it doesn't take up a lot of space, right? But there's a porcupine, I read, that visits the shelter at night and chews on it, like the wood, right? Crazy is that? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm really not in the mood. So I went on a little hunt, and I went up a hill, and I'm going to show this to you from the outside. I have the best spot. The breeze is coming into my tent off of, it's just like I'm up high. We're not expecting bad weather. The breeze, oh my gosh, and the sunset is right here. Oh, I'm going to get a killer sunset. Oh my gosh, I just noticed. So the breeze is coming this way through my tent. I got the best spot. I told the guys, I said, you got to come up here. It's way better than the shelter. And they're like, we're all settled up. So Caleb and Walkabout are here. And then there was another guy I met. He was definitely looking for a better campsite. Finally settled on one closer to the shelter. His name is Cheapskate. And I came over. I said, hey, I found a really nice way. So he ended up coming up here too. But anyway, yeah. So except for the rocks and except for the knife's edge that was like, are you kidding me? We had a really good day. And you know what? It wasn't that hot. It said it could get to 86. I don't know if it did. I was comfortable most of the day. Anyway, had to make sure I drank my water and my electrolytes. But other than that, really good day. So, I'll end now, and then I'll go out there and show you a little video of my awesome little campsite, which I deserve after that hideous campsite the other day. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Good night. So here's my little campsite. Flat, dry. Oh, just like I like. Who doesn't like a flat, dry campsite? And there's the sunset coming. Oh, I bet it's going to be good. And I don't know if you can hear it, but do you hear that breeze? I actually took all my stinky, sweaty clothes and kind of washed them in the stream, downstream. So they were so gross and stinky. My socks, it smelled like swamp. My undies, oops, don't look at those. Anyway, I washed it all. And the shirt I'm wearing, but it dried quick, so. But look at this. Look at this. I'm surprised more people aren't up here. But then I'm gonna swing by really quick, whee, and show you. Where is he? Yep, there. That's where Cheapskate set up. So, left me my privacy. But there's my cute little space. I think the part that's the greatest is it isn't raining. But no, this sunset is gonna be the greatest. Look at that. It's coming. All right. I love that my clothes are clean. Because now that I'm not staying at the hostel, I don't have the laundry. All right. That's it for now. Until tomorrow.